guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a really girly talk for you guys, and it's going to be all things feminine hygiene and also a little bit more of my pro tips on how to smell and taste delicious for your man. I don't even think I'm going to put an age restriction on this video because I feel like when I was younger, I always wanted to know the inside secrets of girls and their favorite tips on how they look and how they take care of themselves and like their feminine hygiene, because you always want another girl who's experienced tips on how they look and feel their best. This is every girl's dream to kind of get the inside scoop, so I'm just gonna give it to you guys straight. If you are a little bit immature and you guys can't handle talks about sex or your body smell or anything like that, then I would click off this video. If you guys want to know my tips on how to take care of yourself head to toe, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And yeah, let's just get into the video. Okay, so the first pro tip that I'm going to give you guys, it's going to be all about how you are on the inside of your body. You will never taste and smell delicious on the outside if you don't take care of your inside. My number one tip is to stop eating red meat. There are a million studies written that red meat actually makes you secrete and smell worse than your normal smell. I don't know what it is in the red meat. I'll try to link articles down below. But just take really good care of yourself with your diet. Drink lots of water. I would say to eat a lot of delicious smelling fruit. If the fruit smells and tastes good, then it's going to taste and smell good on the outside as well. Everyone's favorite fruit to use as this example is pineapple. A lot of girls neglect their bodies from the inside and they think they can just take care of the outside by putting a lot of body sprays and body washes, when in reality, the best that you're ever going to taste and smell is because of the inside. I've seen so many feminine hygiene videos and I've never heard anybody mention this, but for me personally, coffee makes my pee smell, so I don't drink coffee at all. I don't like the way it makes me smell, and I feel like if it makes my pee smell, it makes my vagina smell, and you do not want that down there at all. You substitute coffee for something else like tea, water, juice. So now we are going to get into the shower routine. If you guys are like me and you are getting all ready for the Netflix and chill weather, then you guys will follow this routine. I know so many girls who neglect their shower routine in the wintertime because they say,
oh, who's gonna see my legs? Who's gonna see my armpits because I'm gonna be wearing long sleeves all the time?
Well, this is not for you.
This is for my girls who are like, you know, showing a little skin behind closed doors and they want to look, smell, and feel their best. So I actually prefer shaving than waxing. I just think it's so much easier. I get in the shower, I shave. I always shave with a men's razor, especially for the downstairs area. I just feel like it has a closer shave. A lot of women's razors that I've purchased don't really get in the nooks and crayons. Underarms, I use a woman's razor or a men's razor. It doesn't really matter. I have pretty sensitive skin, so I always lather up with a really good body wash. I always use a shaving cream when I shave. I like to use one that smells really good, but it doesn't really matter what shaving cream you use. You can use any scrub you want. I use this Way hair care scalp and body scrub, and I use it for both my scalp and for my body. I love to use this sometimes either before or after I shave. It depends on the day for me. Sometimes I like to use it before to kind of exfoliate the areas, or I use it after to kind of make sure that I don't get any ingrowns. It depends on the day. This smells absolutely delicious. It's not too, it smells like perfume, which I really like, and it really makes your hair, your scalp, and your body smell really good when you're in the shower. If you guys are more natural, you can always shave. Oh, let me grab this. You can always shave with coconut oil. It really doesn't matter. We're gonna get back to coconut oil in a minute, but as you can see, this tub is pretty large, so you can really use whatever you want to shave. I know there's some more natural girls out there, so I am no professional. I don't really like pride myself in like knowing everything. I'm just telling you guys what I do. When it comes to just bathing, I always just use a regular soap. I always use a loofah for my body, and then for my private parts, I don't use a loofah, I just use my hands. Really make sure you get in there, especially us thick girls with our legs. You really want to get between the legs, because if you're like me and you sweat between your legs throughout the day, it's really important to clean that area. That could smell just as bad as your vagina if you don't clean it properly. Okay, so another tip that I think is really important that a lot of people don't talk about is letting your vagina breathe. Obviously, I'm not suggesting that you go out in public without wearing panties, but for me personally, when I'm home, I change it to my sweatpants. I don't put any underwear on. I just kind of let my vagina breathe, and then at night I do the exact same thing. I never sleep with underwear on. That's how you make it sweat and smell, and it just kind of gets trapped in your underwear, and that's gross. I want to add that if you have a discharge problem, I would suggest to wear cotton panties and put a thin panty liner in your underwear until obviously you go to bed. I don't have that problem too much, so I'm able to kind of freely not wear underwear around the house, but if you do have that problem, I would definitely suggest to wear a panty liner. Your men will notice that, and plus, less comes off anyway when you're doing the act, right? You don't have to take off your panties. So I'm going to get to deodorants and lotions. It's super easy. I'm just gonna show you guys my favorites. So one of the lotions that I've been using lately, I actually got this during the holiday season. It makes a little noise, is the Hemp's limited edition triple moisture sweet peppermint and sugar plum body cream. This smells like peppermints. It's delicious. Oh my god. Every time I put this on, I feel like I smell like candy. I feel like I smell just so good. It's not like little girlish, it's more adultish, but it smells like candy still, and you feel like you're gonna taste amazing, you know, on the outside, even though I'm sure it doesn't have any flavor. I've already mentioned this before, but coconut oil is gonna be your best friend. Where I like to put this is on my chest, my neck. I like to put it between my legs. I do not put it in anything. You never put anything inside your vagina ever, but you could always put this on the outside, on the top, between your legs, just to really, you know, make it smell good. And coconut oil really does taste good, so if you want to be in any areas where you're gonna be kissed or touched or anything like that, I would suggest wearing this. And it's super inexpensive and it lasts you forever. Super cheap. You don't even need any of the lotions I mentioned after this. If you just want to buy one thing, I would say get coconut oil. Another lotion that I use is Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. This is from Sephora. It's kind of like a small container. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this particular lotion, so I figured I'd mention it, especially from my boyfriend. It smells like a beach. I like to put this on my butt, but I also put it other places as well. It doesn't need to be specific to your butt. You can put it on your butt, your legs, your thighs, your arms, wherever you want. I haven't found that it did any of the properties that it says to do, but that doesn't matter because it smells really great. Moisture is key. Do not be ashy, ladies. Your man will notice, even your ankles. Do not be ashy. Being ashy is not cute. There is no reason to be ashy. If you are on a budget and you can't afford the lotions that I mentioned, coconut oil will be your best friend. Trust me, you will be slicker than anything. You will literally look like you put like a very expensive body oil on, and it will smell delicious, and you'll always get compliments wearing coconut oil. The deodorant I like to use is a spray-on deodorant. I'm going to consider getting into natural deodorants. I know a lot of people are talking about the heavy amounts of aluminum in deodorants today, but right now I like to use spray-on because the roll-on deodorants I find clump underneath my armpits. I don't know if you guys experience that as well, but it clumps for me because I have like a lot of like wrinkles in my armpits. They're not like super concave and flat, so a lot of the crevices will get like clumps in them. So the spray-on deodorants go on really evenly on my armpit, and I don't find myself looking gross under my arms. When I'm wearing a tank top, I don't find it to be noticeable that I'm wearing deodorant, which is really good. So that's kind of why I prefer spray-on deodorants, but you can use whatever you want. I'm just mentioning that. Also have not noticed anybody mentioning here on YouTube, but I'm going to mention it today. Now, do you guys know what I'm going to say to use this for? Your stanky ass ears. Your ears reek. If you have piercings or sweaty, if you're like oily and you have a lot of secreted areas on your body, I would suggest to take rubbing alcohol, and you're going to put this on a cotton pad, and you're always gonna wipe behind your ears. They get dusty, they get dirty. Ew. And I also suggest to take a little bit on a Q-tip, and you're just gonna kind of stick it on the parts of your ear that you can see. Do not put it in your ear, but stick it on the parts you can see so you can get all that secretion off, the smell, and like that really ugly, like shiny look that some people's ears have. I get it, you guys get it. I'm saying to use this because if your man is kissing behind your neck and you know he's rubbing up on you and he takes a little of your ears, oh good lord, ain't nobody gonna want to be kissing that anymore. Even after you shower, every time, just get in the habit of doing it. And if you have wigs like me, it does get a little smelly back there, so just make sure that you really get in there. Okay, now something else that I think is super important, especially for girls who flat iron their hair often or wear wigs a lot, is perfume for your hair. Now this isn't actually a hair perfume, this is just the Tom Ford all over body spray, but I bought this for my hair and I actually use it on my body too, and I just take it, shake it up, and spray it all over my hair. Literally, it smells delicious. Half of you girls out here who flat iron your hair, curl your hair, and
Your hair smells like a burnt crisp.
it's disgusting. You want your hair to smell good. No guy ever likes a girl with hair that smells like fire. It just doesn't smell good. You want to smell delicious, and you guys always neglect your hair. It's super important to have perfume in your hair just like you put it on your body. I personally think it's just as important. Your hair is, you know, the highlight of your head, especially if you have long hair. It's super important, I don't know. So invest in a hair perfume. I know they have actual hair perfumes online if you just look them up. Some cheaper ones. This was actually $68, a little bit expensive, but I love it. It went a long way for what I use it for, and it smells so good. So if you guys wanted to get this, it's the Tom Ford Flor de Portofino. Really like this stuff. Ooh, I can taste it. Let's talk about your mouth, your lips, and everything like that. So for lips, it's winter, your lips get dry. I would say to coconut oil, Vaseline, Aquaphor, or Carmex are gonna be your best friends when you get out of the shower, when you wake up in the morning. Always moisturize your lips before you do lipstick, lip gloss, anything like that. It's just not cute to have chapped lips. I can make sure I don't have them right now as I'm saying this. I don't. So it's super important that you do not have chapped lips when you're talking to your man, and you want your lips to taste good. Coconut oil, I think, is the best for tasting good.
So when somebody kisses you, they're gonna go, that tastes really good.
Going into your mouth care, you cannot just brush your teeth anymore. I know you girls are still brushing, not flossing. I don't know what else to tell you. You're gonna have food stuck between your teeth, especially if you have teeth like mine. I have spaces in between all my teeth, so I'm always going to have to floss and get things out of there. If you have teeth closer together, maybe not, but I think flossing is a good thing to get in the habit of. And also, this is actually my sister's. I'm using it for demonstration, but it's a water pick. This stuff gets all the food that's lodged between the back of your molars. If you guys still have your wisdom teeth in, it's super important. You don't want to be making out with a guy with nasty ass shit in your teeth. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to kiss that. So get in there. This thing shoots across the room, so make sure it's in your mouth before you turn it on, because you will regret it. I've gotten a lot of things wet using this thing. So caution. Brush your tongue. Ugh. Tongues are like the one thing I remember when I would like kiss a guy. If he tasted like a freaking cheeseburger or anything he ate or drank that day, or didn't have like a minty fresh tongue, it was canceled. I was done. I wasn't having it. It's disgusting. Brush your tongue just as much as you brush your teeth. It's super important, especially get the back, but especially the front if you're gonna be making out. It's just gross. For both ways, your man and for you, make sure they brush their teeth before doing any sexual acts on you. You do not want somebody's dirty mouth on your privates. That's disgusting. Your mouth is like one of the dirtiest parts of your body. I'm pretty sure more dirty than your hands. So I would suggest to really make sure you get all up in there, and make sure your man does it too, or else he's not gonna be able to have none of the cake. You're like, guys, the one thing that they pay attention to is your smell, and you really want to make sure that you smell good, because it can really throw off somebody's whole mood about you. You could be the most beautiful girl in the entire world, and if you smell gross, like, they don't care. Like, they don't want anything to do with you. I know it's a lot of tips, but being a girl is fun. Make it fun for yourself. Make yourself feel pretty when you're doing it, and you'll have a lot of fun doing it. This was like my experience over the years. I've had a lot of trial and error, and it's just been a lot of learning to do. And I know when I was younger, I was probably walking around smelling nasty as hell because I wasn't doing any of these tips. So here I am to help you guys. If you have any tips for me, let me know down below. I would love to hear them. And if you guys want a feminine hygiene part 2, all about maybe like your periods and stuff like that, let me know, and I will also film that for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I will see you guys in my next video.